All right, this is the Fire of Liberty. I mean, seriously, this is the Fire of Liberty. We're just like, alrighty, we want to kick our boot into the tyrannical, past tense, globalist government, as what they try to do with their life, blood sucking, lame ass bullshitness, which has no fruition on the actual life, liberty, and prosperity of the human heart tenacity to outgrow that bullshitness with pure existence that is, in a sense, comes from the source of all of creation. You can't hold on the source of your creation with bullshit. I'm sorry, it literally doesn't work. It just slides off and it fucking just makes you look fucking stupid. So sorry, I hate to name names, but George Soros, you're fucking wasting your time. Get the fuck out of the way. Thank you for playing your part now, and now we're going to slingshot you somewhere else. You know what? In fact, we'll probably just slingshot you. Here's the wonderful thing. We'll probably slingshot you in jail with liberty itself, and then we'll keep you there. And then, we'll bring you out, and the world that you're going in, probably a year, no, who knows, 2 years from now, will be completely different from the world that you try to change so much. You won't recognize the amount of paradise that you've just been transferred into it. And that's forgiveness for you. That's like the entire world knows every one of your crimes. They want to do everything they can to build a better one than you could possibly imagine. And then we'll stick you into that world. And then you have the wonderfulness of taking your time, having the only restriction be your mind as you struggle for the rest of eternity trying to figure out what God's creation's plan is for you. We love you unconditionally. So what I know you're afraid of, you're not afraid of, you're not afraid of losing your power. You're not afraid of losing your hold on humanity. You're not afraid of losing your money. You're not afraid of that. You're afraid of what creation is actually able to do beyond your imagination, which is better, which is greater, which is more paradisical than you could comprehend. Why? Because it's a force of nature you've never reckoned with, because you can't reckon with it. You try and squeeze it down, you try and hold it, but it doesn't work. And you're not the only one. See, there's a lot of you. There's a lot of yous. There's a lot of yous that's been doing this for a bit. Doing this for quite a moment now, but hey, it's a pleasure to trample all over ya. Walk all up and down your stinking lying cranky ass. It's fucking fun. It's fun as fuck, dude. That's what we do every day. Breathe it, live it, eat it, and sleep it. And then we wake up and do it again. And it's like, it's like second nature. It's not, we don't even consider it a second thought. Like, all that stuff that was going on, well, that just slides right off of me, right? Because I'm a glowing vessel of light with a crystal diamond soul that never stops shining. It actually only shines brighter because, we're actually alive and actually wanting to help all beings that are alive, that live to help all beings that are alive, that live to help all the beings that are alive. Hey, I'm not just talking about us here on the surface, but this subterranean, brilliant, absolute, spectacularly advanced souls who have been alive for civilizations upon civilizations on the surface. But it's like this wonderful, absolute, actual life that is liberty in progress, and it's a raging fire because it's a raging fire to the guy. Like, imagine you stuck a like you're George Soros, okay, and you have a marshmallow stick, and George Soros is thinking, okay, I got some marshmallows. I think these marshmallows are basically human souls, and I'm gonna roast them and see what happens. And it doesn't work, except the fires become the marshmallows turn into diamonds, and those diamonds glow and make another fire of its own, and then it starts roasting George Soros. Okay, bear with me. Here's a better example. All right, I got this one. It's like George Soros is roasting himself in the fire, and he'd rather try and spew embers, but it really doesn't work because he can't get out of the fireplace. And unfortunately, it's just for him. And the exciting thing is we can pour them out, recreate them, make them something better. It's not even like something that's bad. It's something that's good, of course. And it's not like bad and good, oh, this and that. No, it's like liberty is an active force of creating the best possibility for all. Because liberty is an actual understanding. Like liberty itself, like, can stand as a statue, and yet it's still a force to be reckoned with. And freedom and democracy is living out in the present, to be present of all that are alive. And those who have passed on, who haven't really passed on, they're just in a higher dimension, hypothetically speaking, because, we are literally fire. Like, we're literally fire of liberty, the fire of truth, and the fire of prosperity, and the fire of fragrant, like, awesomeness. So what does that mean? Dude, it's like all this nonsense that's been happening in wars, the reasons that they were staged, which was, World War II. There was a lack of understanding that had to go with the advanced technology increasement that was going on at the same time. The use of let's just call them super drugs. The use of super drugs and superhuman abilities. The use of, or just at least the research and the actual tests that went on of human subjects who were, subject to psychedelics, but psychotropics, psychokinesis studies, telekinesis studies, pyrokinesis, all those kind of studies. That's been going on underground. I mean, all these type of spaceships, all of these things been going on without us knowing about it. And it's time for the fire of liberty to let it be recognized. And it is recognized because oh my goodness. Like, literally, just in the past, or just in the next, here's the wonderful thing, just in the next, 2 weeks, it's like just waves of people already know it. And about that fact, for years, this stuff has already been known, since before I was born. So for years, this stuff has already been known, and they've already been like, I'm trying to make waves in the pond, trying to make waves of liberty. And the thing, if you try to make waves of liberty with water, that water turns into like fire, and then they create waves of fire with that liberty, and that's literally, it's so epically, proportionally, actually creating effects that not only change and transform, but transfigure, but manifest absolute, in a sense, basically absolute patience, absolute understanding, absolute clarity, but also absolute steadfastness, absolute understanding, and absolute willingness to move forward in this, per se, new light. Because it's like, when you figure out how to ride a bike without training wheels, holy crap. When we figure out how to ride cars without gasoline, holy shit. When we figure out how to go to space without rockets, holy fuck. When we figure out how to explore the solar system with regular old energy that we created on various planets, oh my god, it's a whole nother roller coaster, baby. It's a whole nother fire of liberty that we're riding, okay? It's a whole nother sweetness of awesomeness that was always meant to be. It's not bullshit. Alright, just because you've been misleaded and fucking enslaved for a fucking long ass time, does that mean that you're fucking limited in your fucking lifestyle right now? Does that mean that it's not supposed to get better than that? Bullshit. Hey, here comes liberty knocking at your door. Time to wake up. We want you to get your fucking boots on, fucking kick some tyranny ass. As we're walking down the street, on the sunny side of the street, raising light and throwing prosperity everywhere and making people happy and kissing babies and really change the world in wondrous ways. Why? Because that is just a small stepping stone to the beauty of our destiny that we're living out. That is the fire of liberty. And that's just those technologies. Oh my goodness. What about our minds? What about the beings that we're going to meet? Oh, what about their ideology of how we're going to transform? What about their cultures? Do we transform into a whole new culture? Hey, goodbye culture of all that bullshit stupidness. I'm sorry, but we never really liked it in the first place. All that gangsterism, yeah, that was a lame ass idea. How about a culture of, oh my goodness, how about a culture of just ridiculous passion, of just absolute insane love, just overstepping the boundaries love. How about what about just a clarity of just looking to the soul and just say, well, how about boop sun? I mean, like literally go to the sun, like the crystal, like the inner crystal cities and stuff like that, of the sun. If that makes sense. Like through the library of Prothologos, I mean, there's other ways to do it, but we can go to and from other planets. All planets, all celestial bodies have inner bodies in a sense, like an inner Earth. There's an inner Mars. There's an inner Venus. There's inner parts of all celestial bodies, and that's just a type of understanding. But wait a second, isn't that going back in time? Mr. Christopher Bowen, isn't that going back upon what you just said? How we're supposed to continue forward in a new paradigm of prosperity, which is the fire of liberty? Well, of course, but if we don't know the how solid our foundation is, if we think we're stepping on straw when we're actually stepping on diamond, that makes a difference. It makes a huge difference. And see, that's the thing. The globalists have tried to build castles of straw. They've tried to build castles made out of sticks, made out of bullshit mud that's just lame as fuck, full of unwantedness, full of poison and full of degradation and full of just absolute despicable nastiness for life, just absolute disgust. And it's ended. It's all gone. It was like, hey, well done. That happened for a little bit, but now we're moving on to not having mud huts anymore. We're now having homes of crystal that we no longer build on nature. We let nature build herself, because she's holding homes of life herself with her ants and her insects and her elementals and then some. But we're actually changing the world with our life, our imagination, our spirit, the embodiment of the truth of that which we can become. And we are greater than we could possibly imagine. And as we continue to live our lives towards above and beyond, towards limitless expansion, then we, there's a whole new meaning to life and the way we view it, which there always has been. But in a sense, we're now stepping into this age where we can use newer foundations to set up a newer awesomeness, which is the fire of liberty. And really, this is just about absolutely enjoying stamping out tyranny, because we know who it was. We know who you are. I mean, I'm sorry, but it's like, we're going to do that to all you guys. I mean, Clinton, the Clintons, the Bushes, we forgive you, we love you, but we want to bring you into an even better reality at an accelerated pace. Why? Because believe it or not, well, I can't speak for everybody about this, all right, because I'm probably just alone on this, but hey, I know that I can bring you into an absolutely beautiful reality. I can accelerate their dreams beyond what you could possibly imagine. I can help that come into fruition. And I believe that you can do that because I believe in you. And I believe that we can do that because I believe in absolute wonderfulness for you, which is not, like, limited. It's unlimited. See, I really care about you. I want the best for you. And I always will. Always have. And this is just the beginning of what the Fire of Liberty will do to you, to us, as we grow into the greatest civilization that has ever existed on planet Earth. And we can do it together. I'm Christopher Bowen, and I am the fire to create. Well,